Hey world, Sunday Jones in the building. Chilling right now. Um, I had word a few words to coincide with our not supporting the pedosexual movement, um, and also in reference to this being our world, and our minds are so enslaved into what the government or people want us to think should be going on. Um, And I just say, free your mind, unslave yourself, and think outside the box. Just because there are rules in place don't mean, those rules are here, were here before us, and that does not mean that we have to create your own rules. Learn how to be self and learn how to be free in your mind. So, with that being said, I'm just going to share a few words with you um, from the heart that I wrote. It's a little fresh on me, so if I stumble or stutter, don't be mad at me. Don't hate me. Um, so material shit is cool, but it really don't impress me. Too many other things are pressing. I like whatever comes stress free, cause that's the best me. Black men are dying early. Yes, the police killing innocents. What they do? Nothing. They are kings. It intimidates you, so you take them out. The world been flipping out. Rapists want to be a part of the community. Hell no, I got my eyes on you. Doctors want to dress it up, call it mental health. You cause the mental health when you violated who you raped and child mutilated. Sick doctors want to give you a doll for child masturbation. Y'all some sick bitches. I call it like I see it. Buck is how I say it. That's how I know you feel it. Everybody chase the bag, but this ain't about the money. This for my people sleeping. Wake up and pay attention. Your mind is in retention. Our instincts feel it. Right from wrong is just that simple. Psychiatrists want money, so they complicate it. Meanwhile, government got us dependent on welfare and too caught up on material to see it. The world is ours. It was ours before they stole it and put a title on it. Unslave your mind. Be free enough to explore it. The world is ours. We got to take it back. We are the new ancestors that will be remembered. Let's make it count. Marinate on this new era. I'll be back. So this is not done. This is just a sample of how I'm feeling and what I feel like needs to be said. Um, just it's so much going on in the world. Police is killing our men, our young black men period. Um, while police are killing our men, and then we have people going in whole schools and just shooting them up with no consequences. Um, and the police are not receiving consequences for their actions. It's like so upsetting and nauseating. Like we have to stand up. Yes, Black Lives Matter. Please stop killing our kings. Please, for no reason at all. They intimidate you because you know that they're kings, and so it's intimidating. So you take us out. Um, but we will continue to be kings, and we have to, our men are kings, and we have to treat them as such. So we got to stand up on that. Start treating your man like a king. Your men, your sons, your fathers, your uncles, they are kings. Um, and if we would know our history, we would know that. But they trying to make pedophiles, rapists, and murderers a community. That's not a community. That's wrong. Your instincts give you right from wrong. You feel it. If you go in the store and take a candy bar, you know it's wrong. You feel it. You feel your instincts tell you that. It's common sense. So don't give me it's a mental health issue. No, the mental health issue, you gave the mental health issue to the victim when you raped them and when you mutilated them. That's the mental health. Help the victims. And I'm not saying that rapists, yeah, they need a community to go to so they can be damn watched. So, yeah, this is our world. It's been our world. There shouldn't be any passports and fences and gates. This land is supposed to be roamed free, wherever we want to go. But we as people have to take a chance to explore it and come step outside of your box. If you stay on the west side of Atlanta or the south side of wherever you live at, south side of the Bronx or whatever. Come outside your comfort zone. Step outside of that borough or that city or that part of town, because it's more than that. It's so much more in the world. I was lucky enough to I wasn't an army brat, but I was a child of my mother was in prison. So I traveled a lot and I lived with a lot of different people, a lot of different family members, and a lot of different places. So I was unluckily lucky to be able to see a lot of things, but that in itself opened up my mind to a lot of different things because I've seen a lot of different things. Um, I was raised from Atlanta to Bronx, New York to Cleveland, Ohio, and I traveled those three places back and forth pretty much all my childhood. So um, I was able to see a lot of different things from a lot of different people in a lot of different places. Um, and so it opens up your mind when you can see something different outside of your element and outside of your comfort zone. Everybody is a product of their environment, but when you can step out of that and see something else, you know. So we have to show our children something different. You can't just keep them in this box in this circle and say this is all there is Hollywood Road or wherever. Step outside that box and be something different. Don't be scared to go to the north side of town where other people live, white people live, where there's a multicultural area to see what's going on. Don't be scared to go outside your city or outside your state. There's so much more in the world for you to see. Um, this is our world. We have to take it back. We can't just let it keep going on like how it's going. It's so upsetting. Take chances. Be happy. Live life. Like, do that. And in doing that, you'll find, if you don't know who you are, you will find you. Um, you will, if you just take chances and adventures. But if you don't do those things, you'll always be stuck wondering, why am I here? Well, don't be worried about that. Live life. Live life and stand for something. If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for everything. Please stand for something. Stand up for our young sons, uncles, brothers, and fathers that are dying at the hands of cops, police, at the hands of each other, at the hands of self, because they are so confused and conflicted in mind. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of the pedophiles, rapists in your neighborhood. Be aware. You can pull up an app that tells you where they are. Be aware of that, so that when you see children walking down the street, you can keep an eye on them. It takes a village to raise kids. I mean, people, that's a saying, but that's real life. Like, it takes a multitude of people to help raise kids. We always have to keep our eyes open and our vision on focus, because you never know what's going on in your area. And we don't want our kids to be out here dying for nothing. If you have resources, set up resources so that it's something for kids to do. Help create in your community. Just help do something, but be aware and stand up, please. All of that matters. Black Lives Matter. Please stop killing our kings. This world is our world. Learn how to unslave your mind and make this your world, because we are the new ancestors of life. Our ancestors are ancestors, but we too will be ancestors, and the generation after us will be ancestors. You want the generation to look back and say, well, my ancestors did this and I can do better. I have to take this piece and be stronger and do better. And I look at the ancestors and say, oh, woe is me. This is what happened. No, this is what happened. So I'm going to take the piece from this piece of history and I'm going to take it and I'm going to move forward. We have to all come together and see what the reality really is. Be free to roam the land. Anyway, I didn't have a whole lot to say. I just kind of wanted to add on to what I was previously talking about with the rapists and the murderers, and then just add in, so many of our young black men are dying, and it's unsettling. Um, so you know, I love my people. I love all people. I'm not a prejudiced person, but I also have to look at reality. I have many friends of many different nationalities and colors and races and creeds and cultures, but I have to look at reality for what it is, and it is what it is at the end of the day. Um, Minorities are dying. Um, Black people, black men are dying. My kings are dying. Um, the children are dying because they are in shootouts that should not be. So um, it's an intimidation factor. Realize that. Realize we are intimidating, which is why we were enslaved in the beginning, because it was an intimidation of strength. So just know that. Know that. Um, but anyway, peace and love. I love everybody at the end of the day. But I don't love those who are trying to kill my people and keep us enslaved. We have to unslave ourselves. So, one love, live life to the fullest, take risk, and find your joy. Peace. Sunday Jones.